Hello, and welcome to today's webinar. I'm Bill Rorman, the training coordinator for the Center for Information Technology Excellence. Today, we will be reviewing DocuSign. During the presentation, I will provide you with a basic overview of DocuSign, review some of its key benefits, and conduct a demonstration for you to point out the basic features of this software. So, let's get started. Prairie View A&M University is always pursuing efforts to increase efficiency in everything that we do. And one major area is the routing and approval of documents. One of the methods to increase efficiency is through the use of DocuSign. What is DocuSign? DocuSign is a software that will allow documents to be created, routed, and signed with an electronic signature. DocuSign meets the industry's rigorous security certification standards. All digitally signed documents receive a tamper-evident certificate of completion and are court admissible. Some of the key benefits of DocuSign include: it enables users to send, sign, and approve documents from anywhere and anytime, to easily upload and send documents for electronic signature, to quickly access and sign documents that require your signature, and the ability to check a document status, send reminders, view audit trails, and securely store documents online. Accessing DocuSign is easy by visiting DocuSign.com. You will be prompted to utilize your PVAMU credentials. Now, let's conduct a demonstration to review a few of the basic features of this software. So by visiting the URL DocuSign.com, you will land at the landing page of the DocuSign page. In the top right-hand corner, you will see a login toggle. Simply depress that key, and you will be prompted to input your Prairie View A&M University email address. Once you have done so, simply click Continue. As stated, you will be prompted to utilize your PVAMU credentials. Simply input them and depress Sign In. You will be routed to the software application page and at the main display page. On this page, there are key pieces of information that I want to point out for you. On the right-hand side, you'll see My DocuSign ID. It will show the individual's information, and it will show the electronic signature that was chosen at the time the account was created. Each time a document is signed by me, this will be the signature that is affixed to the document. On the left-hand side is an overview section. This section shows a box for action required. If a number is noted here, it means that there is a document that is awaiting action from you. We also have a waiting for others. And this display here shows 2. So it denotes the 2 documents have been routed and are waiting for others to take action. So this overview box allows you to visibly monitor and manage the documents that you have created to ensure that they've routed as you've desired. For today's demonstration, what we will do is we will create a document which will require my signature, the signature of a supervisor, and we will also add a third recipient as a department head to receive a courtesy copy of the document that gets signed. So let's get started. The first step would be to depress the New toggle, and you will select the option to send an envelope. On your next screen, you will identify the document that we will be working with. So we will simply go to Upload. We will identify our document. This one happens to be on my desktop. The document will be uploaded, and you will see a document with the preview in the background. The next step is to identify the recipients of this document. To identify the recipients, we'll start off with my information because as an employee, I will be required to sign this document for our example. Once you have inputted a recipient into DocuSign and you choose to add them as a recipient later, their information will already populate for you. We want to add another recipient. This will be the supervisor for our example. And in this example, I will utilize Mr. Marshall. His information will populate as such. And we will add a third recipient. That third recipient will be our department head. That information populates as well. The next thing that we want to do is we want to identify the proper actions that are required by each recipient. Mr. Marshall will require a signature. I will require a signature. However, our department head, we will not require a signature from. We simply want to provide them with a courtesy copy of the document. So we depress the down arrow, and we slide down and select Receives a Copy as the appropriate action. The next thing to identify for our document is the proper sign-in order. So we come to the top left corner here, and we put a check mark in this box. We review the sign-in order that the system provides, and we ensure that it's correct. Looking in this screen, we have to make some adjustments. Adjustments can easily be made by putting the proper order and setting the number in the boxes. For our example, I will be the first signature that is required. So we simply change the number. Mr. Marshall will be the second required signature. And our department head will be number 3 to receive a courtesy copy of the document. Once you have verified the routing order and the actions that each will need to take, you will depress the next key at the bottom right-hand corner. This brings up your document so that one can affix the standard fields that they will require. I am the employee in this example, and therefore my name is populated up top as the first routing. And you notice I have a yellow dot, and all my standard fields are highlighted in yellow as well. On our document, what we want to capture is the signature and the date signed. So to affix those onto our actual document, we simply would click on signature, and we would drag that field to the line on the employee's signature and place it where we desire. We also want to capture the date signed. That date signed, drag the field onto the line and place it in the designated spot. The next line that we want to affix fields to is the supervisory signature. In our example, Mr. Marshall is our supervisor. Therefore, we come to this drop-down arrow here. You press it, select Mr. Marshall's information, and you notice his dot is blue, and so are his standard fields. You will simply take the same actions you did in the previous step. Click on Signature, drag it to the line, affix the field in your desired spot. We'll also capture a date signed for this supervisor's signature. So click Date Signed, slide it onto your line, and affix it as desired. Once the data fields have been affixed as you desire, simply scroll to the bottom corner, bottom right-hand side here. You will see a yellow Send button. Click on Send. The document will begin to route. As I'm logged in, it notifies me that I have a document waiting for signature. So I'll go ahead and sign now. The document will then open up on my display page, and it will show the date time stamp of the document already. It will show where the signature is required. If I hover over here, over this field, shows that my signature is required, and all I simply have to do is click, and it will affix the signature that I have on my profile. Those are the only requirements of me as the employee in this example. So once that has been done, simply depress the Finish key. Depressing the Finish key, it will then route the document to the next recipient. In our example, that next recipient would be Mr. Marshall. You'll receive a view of your inbox, be able to click the document, and be able to get a status on where the document is and what actions are required. This example shows a green check mark to denote that I've signed the document as required. It is currently awaiting a signature from Mr. Marshall, and furthermore is waiting to provide a courtesy copy to our department head, Mr. Ashgar. This inbox can also be utilized to monitor and manage the documents that we have created and or routed for signature. In the event that some time has elapsed and we have not received the signed document from Mr. Marshall, maybe the email that he received was embedded amongst other emails. Maybe some things have happened and it has been administratively an oversight of the action that was sent to him. You can simply depress the Resend key. The Resend key will forward a notification to Mr. Marshall again. Key feature to note is that every time the document routes through each of the recipients, it provides a notification to let you know that the individual has completed the action and the document has moved on to the next recipient. This concludes our demonstration of DocuSign. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's presentation and that you found it useful and informative. For any additional support or questions related to DocuSign, please feel free to reach out to me for assistance. I truly appreciate the time you spent with me today. Thank you, and have a great day.